Hi, everybody. We're Kaneland's EC5 Behavior Facilitators. My name's Nicole Full.
And I'm Melissa Van Boekel.
Thank you for joining us today as we look at a parent workshop around anxiety and how we can help support kids outside of school when facing anxiety.
Here's our contact information if you ever need to email us about a question or if you want some more clarification on anything. So feel free to send us any emails. So today's session highlight for the anxiety session is we're going to be talking about what anxiety looks like, about how to handle school refusal or school avoidance, and then other strategies you can do with your child if they do demonstrate anxious behaviors. So what does anxiety look like? Anxiety can come up looking like a lot of different ways for different kids. Each child has their own special way of showing they're anxious. So some anxiety may look like worrying a lot. That worry may be out of proportion to what they're actually experiencing. These worries don't go away over time, and the worries get in the way of the child's day-to-day life. Some other ways anxiety can be shown in your students or your children are physical symptoms. So those headaches, those stomach aches, difficulty sleeping, sweating, racing heart, those can all be signs of anxiety. Another sign of anxiety is avoidance of specific situations. Kids who are anxious tend to avoid a specific situation that does cause them to be anxious, whether it be school or a group activity or a specific outing. Another one is disruptive behavior. Some kids may engage in different behaviors, and that at first may look like a sign that your child's just being naughty, but it actually is your child having some anxious feelings. Another one is your child being clingy. You think about those preschoolers when they first go to preschool and have a hard time leaving their parents. Maybe that never went away. And it's second grade now when your child still struggles to get away from you. Another sign of anxiety is being hard on themselves. So some kids worry a lot about failing or looking bad in front of other people. They might have low self-esteem, or they might say mean things about themselves. And there is a link. You will have access to this PowerPoint, and there's a link right here that can help explain a little bit more how anxiety leads to problem behavior. Sorry, this video is kind of in the way. Oops. Okay, so how does anxiety impact kids' daily lives? Anxiety may make kids feel very excessive and persistent fear of social or performance situations, such as going to school, going to parties, going to athletic activities, and more. So that's one way anxiety impacts kids. They also might perform poorly in school, have low self-confidence in school. They may develop issues with concentrating. They may have issues developing and maintaining friendships, and they may seem like they're depressed. Anxiety also impacts kids, like we said before, in the physical ways. So when they're anxious, they may appear to be tired, restless. They may have trouble concentrating. They may be really irritable. They may have muscle tension and sleep difficulties. So that's just how anxiety impacts kids in their everyday life. Okay, school refusal. To help with determining if your child has anxiety related to school refusal, it's important to look at the patterns. Are they always having issues getting ready in the morning on those Monday mornings or after the long weekends on Tuesdays? So look for those patterns to determine if their child's behavior could be an anxiety related behavior. It's important to understand the problem. So finding those patterns and finding that problem will help determine what steps you need to take to help decrease that school refusal behavior. Pay attention to suspicious sick days. Does your child come to you in the morning and say they aren't feeling well or have a stomach bug or have a headache and don't want to go to school? Are there, again, looking for those patterns? Are there patterns to those suspicious sick days? And always reach out for help from your school team. If you have a feeling that your child is engaging in behaviors because they're anxious about going to school or refusing to go to school, reach out to your teacher. She can help you get in contact with different people in the district to help support your child and really build that homeschool connection to get the help. Some strategies to help problem solve through anxiety behaviors in children are things like identifying those triggers. Sometimes just recognizing the triggers with your child will help. You can prepare them more for those types of triggers or those types of events that lead to their anxious behaviors or anxious feelings. You can practice deep breathing with kids. It's important to practice deep breathing before your child needs to do deep breathing in the moment that they are anxious. Another way to help your children through those anxious feelings are just validating and emphasizing your child's feelings. So saying, I know you're scared right now. This is hard, but you can do it. That really helps kids get through those anxious feelings. And then challenging their unhealthy thinking. If a child thinks that they're going to have the worst day ever at school if they go today because today's PE day and they don't want to do laps in PE, challenge their thinking of maybe it's not going to be the best day in the world, but I don't think it'll be the worst day in the world. What are some parts of the day you can look forward to? And finally, role-playing triggering situations. If your child has a specific trigger, talking about that trigger and how to overcome the anxiety in that triggering event can help your child feel more confident in their ability to deal with that anxiety in the moment. This is just a quote that I like. Anxiety is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you very far. You can worry all day, but it won't get you anywhere. You have to just keep pushing through your anxiety and use your coping skills that you have to get through it. Here are some additional resources that really help dig a little bit deeper if your child is having some anxious behaviors or is feeling anxious. So feel free to explore these resources when you have time. And we have some raffle baskets to give away. If you watch this little workshop, please click on the link to enter into the raffle if you want. Some of the baskets have board games, some of them have different calming tools, so it would be great if you could enter into the raffle. Here's the credits.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you check out our other 3 videos that will also be posted to see what can best help your family and create as many opportunities for our kiddos to be successful as possible. Thanks again. Take care.